Cultivating.net, man. It's the station. And today we are at Manchester City Hall, man. We're here at City Hall and we're here for the Fatherhood Summit. Special presenter, Mayor Stefan Roots is going to speak to all those that are here today. Listen, if you can get down here, man, get down here. Vendors here. This is a great situation. Shout out to Dr. He is he's in charge of this family village. Shout out to family village. Up in the Delaware County families throughout. We got Delaware County Health Department here. Of course, the city of Chester. Maternal outcomes matter. I know you like maternal outcomes. I don't have anything to do. It has everything to do with everything to do with a father. So, you can't be a father without a mother. You feel me? You can't. It won't happen. Tell me how it happens. It doesn't happen. CMPradio.net. I'm trying to find how to share to Facebook.
Well, we lost the food's lost, so Dr. O has no idea where the person is.
We're going to get some guests. We're going to talk to some people. We're going to ask some people some questions about being a father, why they're here. One main crew today, Jordan, is not with me. I'm trying to train her on how to go and talk to people. So she'll be the producer of the show. But I like both parts today, so I'm going to go get a couple people and, I'll be right back. Share this live. Pay attention to this live. We're going to be live until 5 o'clock. Right? And then we'll go in there and be a part of the breakout rooms. Breakout rooms happening as well. We'll bring all that information back. And we're going to talk about what's happening here today. We're at City Hall. Right? So you can stop through, you can come through, you can get some stuff from the vendors, get some information from the vendors. Also, listen, man, it's your Friday. Hey, what's going to happen this Friday in the gardens? It's Friday. Bringing out a translator, right? And we got them surveys. We definitely got the surveys for everybody to make sure everything's happening. CMPradio.net. It's the station. Power will be right back.
I said 50, but you might want to think of 75. Somebody might have dinner for tonight. Which is a hard thing. Most of the fathers don't want us to go. It's hard to be there for them. They don't want us to make accidents. We have to make them right. I see it every day. I just sit there chatting with you. I just sit there. All right.
You're following.
Fatherhood Summit. You're in the right place.
What's your last name?
Yeah, Brown.
Glance at this and see if there's any breakout session that interests you, and I'll put you down for it.
And you can pick two. And your name?
Boyle. Mark Boyle.
Mark Boyle.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and you're going to pass that sheet to Mark, and he's going to pick out a couple of breakouts in your name.
Scott Fairfield.
Scott Fairfield.
Parenting and man job breakout.
Okay, 1 second. We want to write it down. You said parenting,
Yeah.
and I don't have. borrow that for one moment? Thank you. 4. And what was the other one?
This one and
3 and 4. And there you go. There you go. These are father resources and a MOA coffee cart. Good until the end of December. And more information inside and giveaways.
And I am back. Yes, I am back. I have a guest coming through.
3 is good. Okay, let me take
He's a good man. He's a good man. It's a program for men, right? And we're going to talk about the program that he has for men and everything that he's doing in the community. But first, I want to ask my brother, how you feeling? I know how hard it is. Think differently about yourself. But you have to. You have to push. It's hard. It's difficult. It's scary sometimes. You have to. You want better. Choice. You got decisions. Let's make better choices. Right? So our decisions stay. That's bad. That's not good. Yeah. I am without a doubt extremely proud of all of my brothers, all of my people. So, I ask myself a few questions. It's hard to get people. They're offended and doing things like that. So you're coming with somebody pops up and
Little patient where we lost several of our sheets. Let me see if I can find one.
And these are the breakout sessions.
What advice would you give a young man who just became a father?
You're all set. There's raffles in there.
I would tell that
giveaways,
young man to
tables.
take a deep breath and get ready for a life of change. Take a deep breath and understand that child, be it boy or girl, is his responsibility. Take a deep breath and understand what he wants that child to do, who he wants that child to be. Then take another deep breath and understand who he has to be. The father,
Thank you.
confidant, therapist,
Thank you.
the person that he has to be. What does successful co-parenting mean? Successful. Close to 291. Get here. Successful co-parenting looks like this. Really agree and disagree. But the only team we should really be on is our child's team. The only thing we should really be talking about is what benefits our children, right? What helps our children. Here is our guest. Good. These seats are low down, you feel me? Get close to the microphone, get as close as you can, right? Mayor Linder, how are you, sir?
I'm good, my brother.
Yes, you are.
I'm blessed
Yes.
to be here.
Yes.
To sit down talking to you.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's been a while, man. But I'm
And thank you. I want to thank you for being steady because it's been a while.
Right.
And you still doing your thing, man. Offering this opportunity to the people in the community, which is a great blessing to us all. So thank you.
no problem. It's my duty. It's my pleasure to help out, to highlight the positive things that are happening in our community, pushing us to not pay attention to the negative, right? The mainstream media tell us, 3 people just got shot in Chester. Chester's a bad place, but Chester is full of so much potential, so much opportunity, so much heart. I would be a fool not to keep going. Right? Absolutely. But you have a program that's about to kick off again, right? This is the 5th year that you've done this program. It has helped, how many 25 graduates?
25.
25 graduates, right? 5 graduates a year, right? These 5 graduates a year are people that would not have even thought about graduating from college before this program.
That's right.
So let's explain what this program is.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely.
This is the Chester Trades Education Project. The project, its inception was in 2020. The Delaware County Community College, the Swarthmore Rotary, Chester Housing Authority, and along with the Chester Rotary, decided that they wanted to do something to help the citizens of Chester. And they came up with this program, Chester Trades Education Project. And at the beginning, it was just to get a few courses going and, have the citizens. We started out, it was about carpentry and providing people with an opportunity to get a certification in carpentry. The scholarship pays for 30 credits. That's enough to get a certification at the college. And they have a number of other certifications in electrical, plumbing, HVAC, and a couple other certifications that the scholarship will pay for. But for Chester and the Chester Trades, the CTEP program is what we call it. It pays for mentoring, counseling, academic counseling. We do all of this down here at Chester. So people come to the program, they go get into courses for the first year, the first 5 courses they take here in Chester. Once they finish them, they transition out to the college.
Okay.
And for the next 8 months or so, they finish out there and graduate with a certificate from the college.
Come on. That's great.
Yeah, in residential carpentry or what we call building and facilities maintenance.
Building and facilities maintenance. So a person can get a job being able to do what exactly?
In these buildings, these big warehouses they're building now,
right.
There's no little old man in the back that's been there for 20 years with a bucket, and if something breaks down, he comes up with a screwdriver.
Right.
There's systems in place.
Yeah.
Electrical systems. HVAC is a whole system.
A whole system, right.
In of itself.
Right.
So carpentry. You got to have knowledge of carpentry and construction of how the building is made. So the person who gets this certificate has the capacity to start working in those warehouse situations in that building. And the salaries, we have some, it's a cost factor. I'm sorry, salaries start $19.35 per hour. It doesn't sound like much.
Right.
At $40,000 a year.
Right.
But that's starting salary.
Right.
They can start, depending upon the warehouse and where they're going, they can start at $25, $35 an hour.
Yeah, they can.
And they could end up making $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
But they get this certification in building and facilities maintenance, but they have courses in carpentry, they have courses in basic tech skills. They get a and that's OSHA, Occupational Safety and Hazard Administration.
Yes.
They get an OSHA 10 certification,
Come on.
and they get it free with this training. They get courses in blueprint reading,
Wow.
which you're going to need for electrical, you
Right.
need for plumbing,
Right.
you need for carpentry.
Right.
Any of those, you need blueprint reading. So they
Okay.
get a course in that. And like I said, they have framing, carpentry, and framing. They learn how to frame
Right.
house, build those
Right.
A-frames.
Right.
Exterior finishing.
Come on, man.
They put a roof on.
You could put a roof on.
Yeah.
That's
so,
that's major. That's major.
So if you and I were out there on the block on
Right.
the corner together,
Right.
and we decide to change our lives and say, hey man, let's get in this CTEP program.
Right.
You get a certificate in building maintenance. I get a certificate in building maintenance. Everything works out for us. You decide you're going to take a few more courses in electrical. I decide I'm going to take a couple more courses in HVAC. We get another certificate. Now, we got 4 certificates among us
Right.
that we can go out and never have to look back at that corner again.
No. Or we can
build
rehab
our
the
own.
houses on the block.
There you go. And that's what I love
Yourself.
about the opportunity.
Right. Right. In 18 months.
In
And then
18 months,
and then a couple
they
18.
They
right.
go to school Tuesday and Thursday nights. Now I know a lot of people don't like to go to school at night and this and that, but just think about this way: the college is writing you out a $10,000 check for you to use for your future, and they say to you, write your plan out as to what you're going to do with this $10,000 to guarantee that you're going to invest it properly. So, for me, I would look at this paper and I would say, can I use the plan that's on this paper?
right.
Can I take the $10,000, work the plan out, and I come out? So, what am I investing? Am I investing time?
Time. Energy.
It's a huge thing.
Yeah, time.
Concentration, changing my mind.
Right. How useful
Change
is that?
my mind, change my life,
Yeah.
and change the direction of somebody else's life.
It's crazy. That. I don't know, man. Like, these opportunities aren't really given to us, right? And if they are given to us, it's we overlook them because we think we're missing something. I like to tell people sometimes, man, you have to leave the block to understand the block. And once you leave the block, you can look at the block and say, yeah, I was out there wasting time, because that's what I was doing, right?
Let's make a new program up.
Let's
Leave
go.
the block and go build the block.
Go build the block, right? Right.
We got a program in Riverside. Riverside Futures is my nonprofit.
Okay.
But I'm working with the partners here to do this program. But in Riverside Futures, I got a program called Building Better Builders.
Ooh.
And, you hear this mantra about it takes a village to raise a child.
It does.
Well, my background is sociology, psychology, and having been the mayor,
Right.
I'm suggesting that we got to go do an assessment on who's in the village
Oh.
before we start trying on building.
I get that. I get that. I was
Let's
watching.
get certification now.
Right.
We can get certified to build our own village, but we got to make sure that people have the credentials, the knowledge, the understanding,
Know-how.
the compassion,
Right. The
all
love.
those ingredients
Right.
to build these build this village back
Right.
together.
That's producing good men.
Yeah.
Right. The type of village that you want to build is a village that produces good men. Men that can take stewardship for the next generation.
Right.
Men that can hold the children's hand and say, no, don't do that.
That's right.
Right. Those are the men that we need. Those are the men that we want. So I know exactly what we're looking for. Right.
You ever notice something about children?
What?
That people will look at children, and a group of people will come up and look at children and play with children, but the child always it gravitates to the one that they think is going to treat them the best.
Right.
They'll go through a crowd of people.
Yeah.
So the first source for human development is called modeling and imitation.
Ooh.
That's the first way you learn. So if we show them what the village is about, they will gravitate to the builders, to the better builders, to the people, you and me people who've been through that block, some good stuff comes off the block.
Modeling and imitation.
Modeling and imitation.
So when you see a child that's a little bit disruptive and wants to, he or she is learning that from somebody. Mom, dad, they're learning it from somebody, right? So,
well, they're going to learn in spite of what we tell them.
In spite of, right?
They're going to learn what they see.
Yes, they will.
And,
yes, they will.
And I'm just going to give a shout out. Everybody knows, not everybody, but I retired from Delaware County Community College.
Okay.
So my dean is here, and they're signing people up for other courses. They got other programs there.
Right.
We've got the food service program in the food service industry.
Right.
Now they have a brand new facility out there in Upper Darby. A new a new campus that they've just built up there, and they got the food program up, cafeteria, food service, and I'm gonna work on that, see if we can get it here.
Yeah, let's do it.
No, we need to be doing everything we need. We are the occupation that we need.
Yes, we are.
We can service our own.
Yes,
industry.
we can. Yes, we can. And if we don't believe we can, we need to start trying to. We need to start trying to bring things to our community to help the next generation. Because honestly, when you talk to kids today, they be like, I don't know what I want to do. Whoa, you graduating high school? What you mean you don't know?
Well, if they come up with that answer and they say, I don't know what I'm going to be doing, then they're not sure what they did to satisfy that thing. They want to pick something.
Right, they want to.
They don't know what skills they got. That's what I'm saying. College, I went to college, 4 years of college, and got a master's degree and on and on. But sometimes we have to take what the defense gives us and do it, learning a trade, getting a craft that can feed me and my family while I'm thinking about. You can always get more degrees.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
You can always get more.
Yes, you can.
Some people say, well, I'm going to college to get a 4-year degree to help my family. You can go to the community college, get a degree, and cut 2 years off of that 4, start helping your family, and then go back to college once you get stabilized.
Another 2 years.
Carpenters.
Then do another 2 years, right?
Are they making huge money?
Yeah, they are. They are.
Huge
they
money.
Are. Go to business for yourself.
I just read an article about plumbers and carpenters being the next billionaires.
Come on, man. Come on, man. You can build it. If you could build a house yourself, that's it. That's all you need. That's all you really need, right? So I want to thank you for stopping through, man. You're at the Fatherhood Summit, so I got a question for you based off fatherhood. I know you're a father, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. How many children? 1, 2?
I have 2 children.
Okay.
And I have 1, 2, 3 grandchildren, all boys, and I have 1 great grandchild, a girl.
All right. I'm going to ask you from the challenges facing fathers.
Some of the challenges?
No. How can communities better support fathers?
Well, one is acknowledging, Father, I'm always, you know me, I'm always taking off on another path.
Right. Go ahead.
Yes, one, acknowledging fathers, thanking fathers. We talk a lot about fathers who are not there, but we don't talk much about the ones who are there. There's a lot of fathers who are there. They're taking the role. We talk about father duties and mother duties and not parenting duties. There's a lot of people who are separated, divorced, or never married, but they're doing a great job of parenting, and they're not fussing and fighting over the role that they got to play. One picks the child up one day, the other one's got a job where they can't pick it up every day, and they switch up. They're doing a great job. So when we start talking about fatherhood, we need to acknowledge the fathers that are doing a great job that are in the hood.
Right. Absolutely.
And get off of this whole thing about black males and being absent from. There's a lot that are absent, but there's a lot that are present.
A lot that are present. A lot that stand up.
We need to give them a shout out every day because they think because they're not married or because they got more than one child that they won't be able to get any.
Come on over.
They won't be able to get any props in the communities.
Right.
So I realize you busy. I'm going to get out the way.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you,
come-
Mayor Linda. You know,
anytime.
anytime. Like I said, anytime you
we'll
want me to come
come
down there, I'll come down there. We'll put it together. Let's talk to the graduates of your program.
And people can look on my Facebook page. We have a Riverside Futures page and the program, CDEP programs on there, Facebook, Instagram.
Right.
We got a Riverside Futures.
Yeah.
And this program's on there.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, now we're going to talk to our keynote speaker, right? Mayor. I talked to both mayors, two mayors, one mayor, another mayor. But Mayor Stefan Roots, how you doing, sir?
Oh my goodness, I'm sitting in the seat of that other mayor.
The
That other mayor.
That other mayor.
It is such an honor to be in a town with so many living mayors.
Yes.
You know, we had Thaddeus Kirkland.
Right.
We've got Wendell Butler.
Right.
We've got John Linder.
Yes.
We've got Dominic Pileggi.
Come on.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. It is. It is when you think about how many mayors are still
All
alive
those
and
guys,
still in the
man,
community.
I have their phone numbers. I
Right.
call them up whenever I need
Right.
some advice or help or a place to hide.
A place to hide, right? How you feeling?
I'm doing good. I just left the 7th Street courts.
Right.
You guys
I see you
haven't seen that.
sweating, man.
Yeah, man, it's hot out there.
Yeah.
And I had to keep my coat on so I could
Right.
look good for the cameras.
Right, you gotta
and
look-
now I'm sitting here trying to.
Breathe,
down.
breathe. I wish I had some waters for you. You know, I'll give you
I know
one.
there's some inside. Let me get some.
You're here at the Fatherhood Summit, man. What does fatherhood mean to you?
It's a really good question. And fatherhood's so important. Let's just start there. It's important to me for two specific reasons. One is my relationship with my fathers, and I say that with the S on the end.
Yes.
And then me being a father myself. And one of the things I was thinking about as I was coming down here is that term generational curses and how difficult they are to break.
Yes, they are.
And they're not going to break unless they're first recognized. And more times than not, once they are recognized, it takes some type of intervention, some
Yes.
type of help, some type
Yes.
of expert,
Yes.
some type of sitting down and
Therapy.
figuring this out.
Sitting on that couch and crying.
And I knew I was wrapped up in a, maybe not a long-term generational
Right,
curse, but
right.
something that I didn't want to see repeated in my life. And damn it, it did.
It did.
You
It
know?
will.
So whenever fatherhood type initiatives come up, I love being involved in them because there's a magic among sitting down with fathers or fathers-to-be
Yes.
and sharing stories.
Absolutely.
The most magical piece is when you think your story is unique.
And you
And
find
that
out.
guy next to you or across the table tells that same story in one way, shape, or form, and you just look at each other.
Like, wow.
And more times than not, you become instant friends.
Yes.
Instant friends
Instant.
because it's something to share, and it's the importance of talking, particularly as men. As men, there's no playbook for fatherhood.
No, it's not. No.
And fatherhood comes in so many shapes and so many versions.
Right.
So many times when we think or talk about fatherhood, it's easy to shift into relationships and not just focus on fatherhood.
Right.
Because, you know, in the ideal sense, there's that wife, there's that husband, there's that child, and you're raising them together. But we know the fact is, particularly in our communities, it's a lot more complicated
It
than
is.
that.
It is.
But fatherhood doesn't have to be
No, it doesn't.
complicated.
It doesn't.
If we just know what we're looking at, know what's coming up, know how to deal with it, know the forces that are against us,
Come on.
know the support systems that are for us. That's why it's so important for these fatherhood initiatives. So the first one I got involved in was launched by the former executive director of the Chester Housing Authority, Steve Fisher.
Okay.
Steve Fisher had a vision that nobody in the projects need to stay in the projects
No.
generation after generation.
Right.
So he always had initiatives to help you become an entrepreneur, or help you learn some things to keep you moving forward and moving out.
Absolutely.
And fatherhood was one of those things. So, gosh, it must have been in the early 2000s. I remember he and myself, Butch Slaughter.
Yes.
It was a core group, about 6 or 7 guys would get together once a month. And that was strong. That's when I really realized the power of sitting with fathers, talking about fatherhood stuff.
Right.
And then Dr. O here with the Foundation for Delaware County,
Amazing,
leading
man.
their fatherhood initiative.
Right.
There couldn't be a more committed man to
Right.
this cause.
Super
oh my
committed,
God.
super committed.
He has been a pain in the butt putting this thing together today. But I never mind pain in the butt when I know it's all about passion.
Right, right, right.
You just have to deal with the
Yes,
quirks
you do.
and,
Yes, you
and
do.
do what they want because
Yes.
they know what they want. They
Yes.
know how this should be delivered. So
Right.
I'm literally here
Sweating
because
bullets.
I wasn't going to miss this moment.
Right.
I had 3 events that all started at 4:00.
Come on.
That requested my presence.
Yes,
One of
yes.
them I couldn't make, unfortunately, but I'm here, panting.
Yeah, I appreciate you for stopping through, and I'm not going to keep you long. I just have one question. What advice would you give a young man who just became a father?
The first thing I'd say is recognize immediately how precious that cargo is. That cargo being the new baby. You're going to be that baby's father forever. Do whatever you can in your ability to do so, to stay connected and to make sure the kid knows how to connect with you the entire ride. Nothing breaks my heart more than to running into young, I'm going to say boys, they're not even men yet, sometimes not even teenagers. And they say it right out of their mouth, and they don't have a problem saying it. I hate my dad. Boy, does that just pierce my heart. But the pain is real.
It is. It's
and the
real.
hate is real.
It really is.
And the only advice I can give to those kids is give dad a chance.
Please,
You know,
please.
it may not be dad's fault that you hate your dad. Or it could
Be
be
his
dad's
fault, right.
that you hate
But give him
your
grace.
dad. But dad, more likely than not, will not be that same man that he is at the time that you hate him.
Come on.
So always leave the door cracked open.
Please.
To establish that relationship with dad. You'll be glad you did.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. I get upset sometimes because I never got that opportunity, right? My dad died when I was 12. But before he died, I hated him because he was so strict. I wasn't allowed outside, and he didn't spare the rod at all, right? So it was do this my way. And just this past weekend, we celebrated your father, right? And listening to, I was like, yo, my dad was just like, he was the same way. Like, so just thinking about how he was and who he was, and thinking about what he gave to me, right? Because he gave me so many gems that I never really opened up the bag to look inside until I was about 36. And I said, oh, I have that. I understand that. A father is a man that to a child's not going to like, because he's giving you directions and orders, and you got to follow those orders. But as you grow up, you realize that, damn, my dad was right. If I would have just paid attention, I would have been all right? So I thank my father for that, right?
You know what's funny about that is that, yeah, that was my dad. He was
Right.
very stern, very strict, non-forgiving.
Right.
Many times I felt the punishment was
Right.
far worse
Boy,
than the crime that I committed.
boy.
When I got to college and I'm finally on my own, you know, it's a happy moment.
Right.
I wasn't far away, just maybe 20 miles up the road at Villanova. And now I it's total free will.
Right.
I get to make the decisions I want to make.
And you're still making decisions that he agreed
it's
with.
not so much you make the decisions, but when you get to that decision point, it was like the guy on the, what's the cartoon? The Flintstones, the Gazoo that's on Fred's
on
shoulder.
Fred's shoulders, right?
That consciousness
Right, right,
thing.
yep.
And I'm about to go that way, and
Like,
there's dad on the shoulder. Said,
boy,
if you go over there.
boy.
So there's that, but there's also, like, as I became an adult,
Right.
and as you learned being around the dedication this weekend,
Right.
he took to those men
Yes, he did.
in the
Yes, he did.
lodge that
Yes, he did.
he was, you know, so influential with. They became, in essence, his children,
Right.
And they grew up under him. And I didn't have that time,
Right.
and that's what I tried to make clear to the group, that this sign is, you know, you guys honoring my dad. It's
Right.
not me honoring
Right.
my dad, but I know what you guys are going through. And the one thing I did miss is that at a certain point, Dad said, this boy is grown, he's an adult,
Right.
he truly has to make the decisions that he needs to make on his own and deal with the consequences, whether they're good or bad. And sometimes I get mad.
Right.
And sometimes I would get mad. I was like, why isn't he that same guy
Right.
when I was 8, 9, 10, 12 years old? He's seeing me go the wrong way. He's seeing me make a bad
you gotta go that
decision.
way.
He's seeing me spend money where I shouldn't spend, dating somebody I shouldn't be dating, hanging out in places or having friends.
Yeah.
He sees
He sees
this.
it. He sees it.
Why isn't he snatching me up like he did when I was 12?
No, you gotta
And,
learn.
You know, but in his silence, if there was an issue, a problem, a concern that I came to him with,
Right.
the guidance was golden.
Right.
You know, so now that he's gone, you just think back of all the times I should have just said, hey, Dad,
Yeah. Pick up the
I got
phone.
a question.
Right.
I got a
right.
concern. How would you deal with this?
Right.
And that fell on me. That fell on me, thinking I was big and bad and bold and,
And we do
smart.
that. We get
and
that
I was
way.
dumb
Right.
and stupid and ignorant. And that's why I say to the young people who hate Dad now, leave room. Leave a crack open because he might be that guide who can guide you to greatness.
Might.
Even though it started out a little rough,
A little rough,
heavy.
a little rocky, right? Talk to your dad, have a conversation. But I thank you for sitting down with us. I know you got to get in there and get ready to speak, man. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. And anything you want to say before you get up out of here?
Let me tell you, man, Chester is on the come up. I mean, almost every week we're doing ribbon cuttings.
Yes.
We're doing things, and it's not just because of us. It's because people are seeing that Chester's reputation is rising, and they're feeling comfortable doing business in the city.
Right.
This is my 3rd year.
Yes, it is.
I came in here pretty much with an empty pipeline.
Yes.
And immediately we start stuffing stuff in the pipeline, and now things are starting to trickle out. Things are starting to show. This is going to be an exciting summer of activities,
Yes,
of
yes.
deliverables.
Yes.
You can just ride down 291 and
Right.
you see buildings being built.
Right.
And not just one.
No,
You see two and three.
Right, three, right.
It's an exciting time. It's
It
a
is.
great time to be the mayor of Chester.
Right. No, I appreciate you, man.
All right,
I do.
man. Thanks so
All right.
much.
Be good.
See you, Chester.
CMPradio.net. Man, listen, look. This is the Fatherhood Summit, man. I'm going to go get some more fathers to come through here and bless the microphones. We just had 2 of our past mayors and our current mayor sit here and talk about fatherhood and what it means to them. This is a real situation, right? So get down here if you can, right here at City Hall. Come down here and gain the knowledge, gain the perspective, gain the light. Right, get down here, get the light, because it's a dark road that you're traveling, man. It's hard, man. There are no owner's manuals on how to be a human being, how to be a good person, how to be a good father, how to be a good partner, how to be a good co-parent. There's no owner manual on that, but there are people that have already rode the road and have some knowledge to give to you. Come down here and receive that knowledge. CMPradio.net.
Right next to you.
Yeah, sit right next to me. Pull your chair up. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I got him. I got him. Introduce yourself, good brother.
Hi, this is Bilal Motley.
Yes,
from Chester, Pennsylvania. Love my city, and I'm here at this wonderful event.
Right. This is a Fatherhood Summit.
Fatherhood
right?
Summit. Yep.
What does fatherhood mean to you? Oh, listen, I think we all have fathers. Everybody has a father, right? Let's start from there. As a child looking up to your father, right? What did you see that he did that you wanted to do? And what did he do that you didn't want to do?
Wow. It's a good question. So fatherhood to me is being there for your children, being there for your partner, and listening, correcting, guiding, and what I saw in my dad. My mom died, so my dad's from the Bennett Homes in Chester. He met my mom when they were about 14, 15. My mom ran away from Mississippi, like her own personal great migration. So she came by herself, practically ran away from Mississippi, and moved to Chester. They met and had kids, but my mom died when she was 29 of cancer. So my dad had these four greedy, big-head kids he had to take care of. But he was there. He went hard. He always worked. He taught me lessons, like he made me watch 60 Minutes at home. So just guiding, nurturing, showing the example. My dad would take me with him to work.
Right.
So he practically does what I do. He was a property manager, but I'm a facilities manager.
Okay.
Right now for a major corporation.
Come on, man.
Yeah, pretty much just showing the example.
Right.
You know, my dad was doing wrong, maybe I'd be doing wrong.
Right,
So my
right,
dad, he held it together, and things I wouldn't do that he did. I think times have changed. Like I'm a little bit more involved in my kids' school, but that's new school stuff. Back in the day, your parents, all right, go play.
School.
They wasn't really all of
right.
it. But now, my wife, Dr. Motley, we're all like, all right, where's your homework? You know what I'm saying? So just try to raise the, you know what I mean? Like raise the stakes. Each generation get better, but not like.
Absolutely.
My dad was a great example. So father to me is just being there for my kids.
Being there for your kids.
Being there when my daughter wants to wear certain clothes or ask for money, she comes to me. Like being that other side, because you know Dr. Motley. Like my wife, she'd be like, nope. So they always come to the dad. So just being there.
Better get your dad to get you a sheet. Cut the sheet. Cut the marks out that sheet. Look, that's a great dress. Cut the head out.
Exactly. I wouldn't even be looking.
Get out of here.
She'd be like, why are you letting them wear that? Oh, my bad.
My fault.
But nah, but yeah, this father to me. So this is important being here for this event. So
yes. So I always wanted to interview you. You feel me? And I feel like we gotta set that up right somewhere where we can talk about your documentary, man. I'm giving you all the praise, man.
Thank you.
Because this isn't the first time you've ever done a documentary. This is your second one, right?
Nah, this is like that was like my fourth, third or fourth. I've done so many. I've done smaller ones, but this is my first. That was like my second. That was probably like my third major film. But I've done yeah.
Come on, man. Congratulations, right? Much praise is due to you, right? And you were talking about family in that podcast. I mean, that documentary. Explain it for a couple seconds, and I'm gonna let you get inside because I'm hearing clapping. Explain that that documentary.
So there's several. In every film, I talk about fatherhood. So in Midnight Oil, that's I worked in this. That was about my experience working at the South Philly oil refinery, the one that blew up. So you remember back in News 2019, I talked about my fear that I had being a father. I could have died that day. Yeah. And all the repercussions of working at a place like that. Right. And then Quarantine Kids, about my daughter's pandemic experience. It was about it was really through her voice of showing like what's it like going through the pandemic, but then me filming her is showing like as a father how I saw that. And then Trash and Burn, through the city of Chester. This is about America's largest trash incinerator in Chester. Through the city of Chester, I talk about how asthma affects children, which in turn affects fathers, mothers, and everybody. And so in every film, there's a part of me in it, even if it's focused on me. But being a father, everything's through that lens of being a father. Like, how does this subject affect children, your spouse, your community? But I always start with that lens of an African American father. Because that's my first responsibility to my family, my community at Chester, and as a black male.
So where can we watch these documentaries? Where are they at? Where are they sitting right now?
So currently, you can search for any film just at bilalmotley.com, www.bilalmotley.com. Or you can search, go to YouTube, type in Midnight Oil or Trash and Burn or Quarantine Kids. All my films are on my YouTube channel. So you can always find me on social media at Bilal Motley, or just reach out to me. But and I can always come speak at colleges around the country, corporations, film festivals, and always willing to just spread the message.
So you ever thought about doing like a film day where you show all three of your
I have done that before at certain like film festivals. They show all my films consecutively.
Right.
I have done that before.
Okay.
And
Saying doing it here in Chester.
oh, Chester. Oh, yeah,
Right,
yeah, yeah.
right, right.
I think I've done that a few times.
Right.
Like little small. It was
You
like
ain't never
smaller
let me
things.
know.
Well, it wasn't
I
like
feel some type of way.
but no, it was like an organization like, hey,
Right.
just show all your films, and
Yeah.
so it never was a big to do event. But
It's a big to do for me because
yeah,
I
it would be.
want to see it.
Or like
I-
consecutive.
Yes, I want
Yeah,
to see it,
and
all of them. Man.
But I think I can make that happen because
Yeah.
on purpose I make my films really short.
Right.
Midnight Oil was 30 minutes. Then
Right.
the next one was 7 minutes. Then
Okay.
18 minutes.
Okay.
Then my latest film about we were going to move to Canada.
Right.
Dr. Motley and I. So over 4 years, that's about, you see us follow us for over 4 years. That's about an hour and 10 minutes. That's
Right.
the longest film I've made. So yeah, but I can always show it.
We
You
need
know
to
what I
show
mean?
that. We need to show that. I got one last question. This is about mental health and wellness for fathers. How important is mental health in fatherhood?
Wow. So growing up in the 80s and 90s, I didn't know what mental health was.
Nobody.
And so I struggled with it.
Right.
I didn't know what it was. I just knew I would have
Right.
anxiety, tightness
Right.
in my chest. And then I went to college going through depression, but I couldn't really talk about it. So,
Right.
but now there's really, I won't say no excuse, but there's all the resources are there.
Yes.
You can go on the internet and
Yes.
type like, what can I do? Like, so mental health is important. At work, I almost had like a couple weeks ago, I kind of, had some mental health issues
Right.
because I was so much pressure,
Right,
and as a
right,
male, you don't
right.
want to admit it. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing
Yeah,
with, I got all this stuff going on at work.
Boy.
I'm good. I'm the I'm good person,
No.
which isn't good. You got to
No,
be
it's not.
find a friend or family member or somebody to talk to, and so I started therapy again.
Yes.
Um,
Congratulations.
thank you. Thanks. And I was off for a year,
Huh.
so it's kind of like a car without an oil
Yep.
change. I'm out here working every
Yep.
day, busting my behind. But if I crash out and have a mental breakdown, they go, oh, that's a shame. What happened to Bilal? Next, they gonna move into the next
Right.
person. So you always have to like tap in
Yes, you
mentally,
do.
and
Yes,
don't.
you do.
And it's okay. Like
It's
growing up,
okay.
we weren't
Right.
taught to.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, suck it up. You all right. You know what I mean? And that's like one of my favorite songs. My favorite artist, Kendrick Lamar, has a
Right.
song called Father Time.
Right.
He talks about that, like, and how he's dealing with that now. Because we were all had that upbringing. Oh, you all right? No,
Right,
you know what I
right,
mean?
right,
I don't want
right.
to hear that.
Right.
But now, if I don't do that, I almost had a crash out because I'm all this pressure at work.
Yep.
I was like, nah, I'm good until, I couldn't take it anymore. So
No.
yeah, it's important to tap in. And it's okay to admit
Yes,
it, that you need
is.
help.
Do you hear that? It's okay. It's okay, right?
Yeah.
Hit a therapist up, right? Chester Community Coalition. We have therapists here. We have Leroy Ambrose is my therapist. I had Chantel Brancher Coleman was my relationship therapist. Like, it was different relationships and different people that I said we need to go to therapy so we understand how we working together,
100%.
right? Because being a co-parent is different than being a boyfriend or a husband, right? You get mad at me for something that you're doing and you want to take it out on me. You're affecting our child and how my child sees me. You know what I mean? So let's stop arguing in front of our child. Let's have a conversation. If you need help, I need help as well, so we can help each other. And I feel like that's the best way to do it. We got to look at it like if we on the same basketball team and you take the shot and I grab a rebound, I'm gonna pass the ball back to you because you shooting right now. And if
Right.
I take the shot, you grab a rebound, pass it back to me because I could do something with it. But I just feel like if we're working as a team, we shouldn't have no problems. We should communicate. We should talk to each other lovingly. We don't have to love on each other, but we should care about each other and what each other is doing and how each other is feeling. So thank you, good brother.
No problem.
I
Thanks,
thank
Pierre.
you. Absolutely, man. CMPRadio.net, man. Bilal Motley, man. Documentary. He got 3 of them, right? He's doing great things. His wife, right. Dr. Motley is in the city. We'll be out this Friday, Fusion Friday, the Highland Gardens, Lead Free Chester will be out there. They're supporting Fusion Fridays, man. Come on, let's go, man. CMPRadio.net. We'll be right back.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, yeah, we're back. The seat is low.
Whoa.
The seat is definitely low.
Okay.
Right. You gotta get up to the microphone as close as you possibly can.
Let's go.
You know?
Let's go.
No pauses, none of that stuff. Get the mic close to your mouth.
We good?
Oh, we're definitely good.
Okay.
George Mink, how you feeling, brother?
Man, good to be here, man.
Yeah, man.
Good to be sitting next to you, man.
Man, good to be sitting next to you.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Oh, man.
Come on, man. Without a doubt.
We just adopted each other into the brotherhood.
We did.
You know.
We did. We've been through some things.
Yes,
you feel me?
man.
As brothers should.
Yes,
you feel me? Like,
bro. Like,
you held me
real
accountable.
brother.
I held you accountable.
Yes,
you
man.
feel me? We ain't throw no punches. You feel me?
We can honestly say we've been through some brotherhood
Yes, we
issues.
have. Yes, we have. Yes,
And look
we have.
at us, man.
But you got to stay with it.
Yes,
You feel me? Because nobody's perfect, bro.
Nah.
Everybody got trauma, man.
Yes, man.
Right? And we're trying to get along without disagreeing. But
Right.
sometimes disagreeing brings us closer together because we understand each other a little bit better.
Right.
That's the only way you understand.
We're an example of that,
Bro.
I mean, we're an example of the real, man. We're
Bro.
not going to get in front of these cameras and these
and
lights.
bullshit.
No, man,
I
we're
ain't
going to tell
doing
the
it.
truth.
I ain't doing no bullshit.
Yes,
P, you always cursing. Yes, that's what I
Yes,
did.
man.
I'm
So
sorry.
what? That's your
I
choice of
apologize.
words.
I apologize.
There's nothing wrong with it if that's the way you feeling, and I'm not even listening to the actual words. They came out for a reason,
Right.
You know.
It definitely did. It definitely
So
did.
how you doing today? What's going on, man?
I'm good, man. You know, we're here at the Fatherhood Summit, right?
man.
Which is a great event. Mayor Stefan Roots is speaking right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Councilwoman Tamika Williams is in the building. How you
There she
feeling?
go, Councilwoman.
Right. But you're here today, right? And why you here, man? Like you're here for the information.
Oh man, I'm here, man, because I feel like, as we discussed off the record, how important fatherhood is in our communities. I think it's the remedy to some of our solutions. It might not be the immediate remedy, but it's a remedy. It's a part of a remedy that can start helping us going in the right direction.
Yes.
We both product of the environment, brothers. We had to learn, brothers. We had to learn how to be a father, bro. We had to learn that, man.
We had to learn how to be men.
We had to learn that.
We had to learn how to be men, how to be
man.
fathers, how to be
Way
husbands,
before
how to be boyfriends.
Yes.
I mean, I said it earlier, and I don't think the mics were on, so I apologize for that. There are no owner's manuals, right, for knowing how to deal with a baby,
Right.
for knowing how to deal with a woman,
Right.
for knowing how to deal with a job, right? You
All
have
at
to
the
learn.
same time.
Learning experiences, right? And that's why a lot of people, you feel me? And I was talking to somebody today. That's why people that don't have like information, like they can go to college, they can do a job that they lived better than a person that went to college for the job because they have lived experiences. They know why people do. Oh, I know why she does it. I know why he does it. I know, and they make more money just off the lived experiences than the person that went to college and studied the degree, right? So when we understand that, we have to give grace to our young men that are coming up, right? Because they might not have understood what being a father was really about, right? And a lot of us don't know, right? I said, if I would have known and I love my children, I love
course,
all
man.
8
And you
of
always
my
did.
children,
Right.
but if I could go back, I wouldn't have no kids,
Nah.
right? No. And it's not because I don't love my children. It's because I wasn't ready.
Wasn't ready, and neither was I.
No, 23 years old.
Wasn't ready, bro.
No, I
And
wasn't ready.
the most important part of being a father or even a mother is the marriage. We have to attach the marriage. That's more important. We celebrate the baby and the baby showers and everything in the parade, but the most important thing about the union, bro, is the right person to have the baby with.
So I had my first daughter January of 2003. I got married May of 2003.
Oh, wow.
You feel me? So my grandma came to me and said, "You better make an honest woman out of her." And my grandma was you talking about Medea? She was her. You feel me? Like she didn't have a problem with smacking me. I don't care where I was at. She didn't have a problem with hitting me in my knee to get me to fall down. Hey, come down, right? So my grandma was real. She told me and I did it. You feel me? Now my problem was, I didn't know how to take disappointment, right? Because everybody's not perfect. Right. I realize that now. You feel me? I should have gave a little bit of grace. You feel me? I should have gave some understanding. I should have had a conversation. I should have been able to build on my marriage with my wife. I wasn't able to do that. I started building another house next door. Dumbass. That was like the dumbest thing I could have ever done.
At least, not to cut you off, but at least you did attempt to marry the woman. At least you did marry the woman.
Absolutely.
We're not gonna beat you up and go in.
You gotta beat me up because after I married that one, I went on and had 4 more women.
True. No.
Right,
It's other versions to the story.
Right. There are.
I'm just talking about the beginning chapter, bro. The beginning chapter wasn't a bad deal. You was filling out your manhood.
Absolutely.
Man. You was entering manhood, and guess what? A baby came out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like I love your story, man. You know what I'm saying? And I love working next to you and being close to you on purpose because you represent the realization.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't represent a facade. You don't represent. You don't represent like this made up persona of how we want it to look. You represent the real grits and the dirt of it. You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
You represent the soil. You
Yes.
represent, and so do I.
Yes.
And we still here, man.
Yes.
We still learning. Our hearts done transformed into another being.
Mm-hmm.
We're able to be more open, more receptive. Just certain things that we had to experience, and unfortunately, our kids had to get that version of us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I just had this conversation with my son on Father's Day, bro. I cried all Father's Day. Right. I miss my father.
Right.
I miss my uncle. I miss my grandfather. I miss the men that were in my life that really loved me. You feel me? Because those men that loved me, they didn't spare the rod. You understand what I'm saying? They let me know when I was wrong. They picked me up off the ground. All right, dust yourself off. You feel me? We got work to do. Right. You know what I mean? That's how I am set today. But I miss him because I think about what I could have been if my father would have lived. If he just gave me 10 more years, bro, it would have been a wrap. You understand what I'm saying?
You would have graduated into a different mindset,
a whole completely different mindset. I wouldn't even know the person that I am today. But I think about why he had to go. Because he had to protect me. See, there was some things going on that he had to protect me from. You understand what I'm saying? He had to speak for me. Like, nah, it ain't his time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
listen, though.
Like, nah, I'm talking about. It was times I had bullets right behind my head. He had to move my head. You feel me?
Wow.
Like literally, bro. It was times like whole car gets shot up, no bullets come in the car. It's like, yo, how did that happen, man? What did I do? So for me, I understood it as I was able to look back on my life. Because hindsight is 20/20.
Right.
When you look back, you're like, oh, all right, that's cool. He had to go, right? But I think about when I heard his voice again when I was upstate, and I was in a cell looking out the window, and I cried about that instant on Sunday, Father's Day. Like, damn, Dad, thank you. Like, everything that I've done over the last 9 years wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the father that I had that planted the seeds inside of me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, thank you, bro. Thank you. I love you so much, man. Then my son show up, and he brought me a pair of sneakers for Father's Day. You feel me? He brought me them red Jordan, the 4s, the red 4s.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
He bought me them. I said, okay, all right. And he from the
And
GOAT.
you
You spent a couple of hours. You spent a couple of hours on that. You must love your father.
You ain't go to TJ Maxx.
Right. No, you ain't buy me no cheap drawers. You feel me? You ain't give me no cheap tie. You know what your dad likes, so you come in. Yo, happy Father's Day, Dad.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. My daughters made little Lego flowers for me. You feel me? Like so. I was good. You know, Jordan was there. You feel me? Getting on my nerves, right? But it was amazing because I got to realize who I was as a father. You feel me? The protector that I was, the builder that I was, the leader that I am. So
you actually felt it,
bro.
It wasn't just you acting out, moving out, putting your boots on every day, rocking out for your daughters, rocking out for your kids, fighting, getting punched, getting knocked out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, today is about you, Dad. And you felt it, bro.
Absolutely. I did.
And, man, listen, man, you earned it.
Yeah.
We earned it. See, one thing I love about you, man, like the accountability thing, everybody play with that word, but you mean it.
Yeah.
You mean it. You ain't just saying it. It's not just this buzzword.
No.
You mean it. You eat it.
Yeah, I ain't got
You
no other
take your
choice.
punches. You get knocked out. You let people swing first, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's my father.
You ever see
My
the
father.
joint, the slap joint.
Yeah.
It's like you just stand there and he just, you know what I'm talking about? And take it. You know what I'm saying?
My father always told me, man, in a fight, you let the person that's angry fight. You feel me? You should never fight angry. You fight in defense.
Right.
So you don't know you in defense until somebody hits you. So it's never about. I have tried to use my anger. You feel me? But it never worked out in my favor.
Nah, don't last either,
Right,
bro.
right, it
That,
don't.
that ain't who you want to be.
In and out, right?
You're not a really angry
No,
person.
no, I'm
bro.
not. I'm not.
It's
I'm
not in your heart.
No.
You for the people.
Yeah, man.
You a great dad, man.
Right.
You did have to grow up and learn some things
Absolutely.
as a man.
Absolutely.
We still
You're
learning
still learning.
women.
You're
Bro,
still
we're
learning.
still learning women as we speak right now. We're still learning women and learning
I think I learned.
manhood and our way and how to love and receive love, bro.
Right. I think I
We
learned.
have a problem even receiving it.
I think I learned the women.
Okay.
Right. I think I got
Okay.
that. I think
Listen,
I got that page down pat.
Okay.
I'm on to manhood now.
Okay.
You feel me? And purpose. I'm big on finding my purpose, and I have it. I found it. The radio station is my purpose, and I don't want nothing to interrupt that. So if you're coming to interrupt that, I'm gonna tell you to turn around and go back out the door.
And
right?
you're gonna get that's when you're gonna get the fight.
Right. No, you ain't gonna even get no fight. I need you to turn around and walk out the door. I'm not fighting with you. I'm not arguing.
Right.
I'm not arguing with anybody anymore, bro.
Right.
I'm not. And if you want to argue with me, I don't know who you're gonna argue
feel
with,
that,
because
though.
I don't have time for it. Because what it does is it disrupts everything that I want to do.
Yeah.
If you're trying to do something and help somebody do something, and they arguing with you, you can't help them do it because you're arguing about what they want to argue about. No, I'm not doing that. I love you. I'm sorry. If you can't forgive me, that's okay.
Right.
Let's move forward.
Right.
That's it. That's where we're at.
And I
Every time.
learned that from you, bro,
Yeah.
how to move on. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's one of our biggest things. And it comes from even like some of the traumas. It come from even the relationships.
Right.
How to move on. We stay stagnant
No.
in all our issues. Even as a dad, you know, you hold yourself accountable. You feel guilty. You feel bad. Some of the things you put your kids through. But after a while, bro, once you release it and you accept who you are at this point and stage in your life, you know, whoever can accept it, then it's almost like too bad.
It
You
is.
know?
It
Like,
is way
and
too
I
bad.
hate to say it, but it's the truth. Because guess what? We had to go through everything. You had to
we
go to
did.
jail. We had to go to jail.
Yes,
bro.
yes. Sit in that
Bro, we
jail
had to
cell.
listen.
And I cried. I cried after
We
my
had
dad
go
talked to me.
Jail. We, for mistake, whatever
Right,
we did.
right.
We had to take our own knocks and
Right.
bruises and bumps, bro. Listen,
Right.
I honor you today.
Right,
Every
appreciate
time I
it.
see you, it's
Appreciate
an
it,
honor.
bro. Appreciate it. Same here.
The radio
Same here.
station, man.
Right,
I
right.
love to be a part of the scenario.
right, right.
I think I made 2 or 3 moves with you.
Right.
Actual move
Absolutely.
outs, move
Right.
in days,
Right.
move out days.
Absolutely. And we've
You
only
know what
moved.
I'm saying?
We've
Yes.
only moved twice.
Yes.
We moved twice,
Right.
right? So you moved.
Right.
Every time the
Right.
radio station has moved,
Yes.
you've been there. And
Yes.
somebody asked me that the other day. They was like, "Damn, you moved again? That's 3 times." I said, "Yo, it's hard
Yeah.
to have a community radio station that needs help from the community to stay in a spot and pay rent."
Right.
They're talking about I need to make money, right? So
Right.
I had to work the first couple years at the radio station to make money. While I was working, I was making connections to different organizations, right? And with the radio station. Then it was like when my mom passed away, it was like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done working
I
for
remember
anyone
that
else.
conversation too.
I'm done
I
working
remember
for
that
anybody else, right?
It was like you just became Martin. Remember when Martin was a monk?
Right.
Remember when he
Right.
he went and joined the monk? He went and joined the monk community.
Right.
That was you. Yeah,
Right.
the afro over
Right,
here.
right,
You
right.
was braided over
Right.
here. I got it though, but I got it.
But
You
it
had
was
to
something
find
I had,
yourself,
it was something
bro.
that I had to do, right? Because
Right.
my mom died, I lost my cover. I tell people that all the time. My mother died, I lost my cover. She covered me. She made sure I was straight. She made sure I understood what I was dealing with. And when she passed away, there was nobody else there to guide me.
Right.
You feel me? Now I get it. You know, you want a man to guide you, and I tell men all the time: if you have a child, I don't care what beef you're dealing with your baby mom. I don't care how hard she could take you to child support. She can bring you through. She can flatten all your tires.
Right.
You show up for your
All that.
child.
All
You
that.
show up for your child, whether it's a girl or a boy. You show up for your child, and when you show up for your child, you don't talk about the mom. You talk about what the child's experiencing. You talk about what the child sees, because I guarantee you, the kid is learning how to love on men, and how to talk to men from mom and dad. So if dad ain't showing up, guess what? Daughter going to take it all from mom.
Well, it's free. It's just like not showing up to court.
Right.
When you don't show up to court,
you're going to jail.
You don't have no voice.
None.
You wasn't there to speak up for yourself.
Guilty.
It's a bench warrant.
Guilty.
Everything happened because you didn't speak up or you didn't use your voice. It's the same thing with raising your children. And you know, I'm guilty of that as well, man. Sometimes we do get tired. We do get tired of the hassle, of the mom, of the personality we can't go around. But like you said, like what I learned, and we gotta keep showing up.
Yeah, we do.
We gotta keep showing up,
We
even
have
if
to.
it's outside, even if it's meeting them before they go to school.
Yes.
Whatever that looks like, you gotta keep showing up, because they're always gonna remember it.
Absolutely.
The same way they remember all that messy stuff, because they remember the messy stuff because the mom been pouring it in them.
Boy.
So if you ain't around with your voice, bro, she can make her own rules about you. She can lie about you. She gonna make you look like a monster.
Is she?
You ain't gonna have no say
No
so, even if it wasn't
say-so.
true.
None.
So it's about standing up, man, and speaking up, man. And that's why I love being with you and working with you, considering you my brother, locked in.
Yeah, man. Infinite Men of Honor.
Yes,
we're in that
man.
group
Oh, man.
together, right? We had a barbecue this Saturday. I'm trying to do that, at least continue to do that, you know, at least maybe Father's Day. You know, we do our annual. That's a lot. It's a lot of work that went into that, right? Shout out to LeBron. You feel me? Like,
oh, man.
He
All
about
the
to,
brothers,
he about to
man.
move to, what do you say, South Carolina or North Carolina? North Carolina.
One of them.
Right,
One
you're
of
gonna
the
go down there, and we
Carolinas.
gonna come down there and visit. You feel me?
Yeah.
I just found out Velo, the airline, and right out there in Wilmington, take you right down there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the cheapskate.
Right. Okay. Well,
the cheapskate.
that might be a trip, man.
Yeah, we gonna
A man's
pop
trip.
up on you,
A
bro.
man's trip,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Shout
Let's
out
go.
to Brian, man.
Yeah, I'm proud
It's
of
just
him.
we surrounded around these brothers, man.
Right.
And like I said, you know, we deal with good brothers all the time. We growing, and just to be a part of the Infinite Honor is an honor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we on real time.
Yeah, we are.
Ain't nobody wearing suits every day. We got shorts and sneaks on, man. We in the game every day.
Yeah, we gotta figure it out.
Every
Gotta figure
day,
it out,
man.
And we're not knocking the brothers that wear the suits and the ties.
Not at all.
You feel me? There's room for you over here too.
Yup.
You feel me? But you just gotta do the application. See,
Yes.
people got a problem with the application. What's the application about? It's to make sure you even if you can't use the brain power to fill out the application, it's like applying for a job.
Right.
You just want somebody to give you the job based on who you know. Fill out the
that's not how that
application.
work. You
Talk.
can't
I want to
just
see.
walk in.
I want to see what you're thinking about. I got 2
Right.
applications at the house. We got to go through, and we gotta vote on that. But
Okay.
the things that we have to do in our community, that's what it's about. It's a code of conduct, as Rich Bly says. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Like he
Shout
filled
out
out.
to Rich.
Yeah, he filled out an application. He was supposed to show up on Saturday, but he was doing the Juneteenth celebration
Oh, yeah.
at
And
Upper
that's his
Darby.
thing. He big on that's his. He does it big on Juneteenth.
And we're going to talk about what happened with him Monday when he comes back in to do his podcast. But it's real, man. Right now, you're here with Health Educated Fatherhood Summit. What you got over there?
Okay, so we have an initiative. Dr. Motley came up with this concept of start helping young mothers, pregnant, expectant mothers, and just mothers of young babies to start getting checked out and getting their lead checked. And we attach some other initiatives. So it's basically it's like your baby health starts before birth. So we're just trying to get the mindset of motherhood instilled in these women and bring the resources to them, you know, before the baby even gets here. So we're running a program. We're doing it weekly. It can be virtual or in person. And some initiatives attached to it is lead prevention education, maternal mental health support, pregnancy and postpartum resources, and trusted community services.
Right.
So if they need some help, if they need some formula, if they need Pampers, even if they need somebody to talk to, you know what I'm saying? Because motherhood is tremendous. After experiencing that for 9 months, and then the delivery is mentally traumatizing.
Right.
And then you still gotta be a mom. Now you got a crying baby. The baby wasn't crying inside the stomach, so now they crying, and you ain't getting no rest, and you know, God forbid if you don't have no help. So we best there for the extra hands, man. You know, that's what it's going to keep taking, you know. And I learned that about working in the community. It's just about keep having your hand out. It's about the open hands. It's
Right.
about the open hugs.
Right.
It's about the smiles.
Come on.
It's about everything that's attached to helping and to making people feel better about themselves. Because, we come from a community where you're not really taught to feel good about yourself.
No, you're not
know
really
what I'm
taught to
saying?
think good about
Nah,
yourself. You're not really
bro,
taught to talk good about yourself
Right.
to yourself, right?
Right.
Man, I ain't shit. Don't say that, bro.
Right.
You know how many brothers I done told, man, man, I ain't shit. No, you
No,
are.
yes,
You
you
made a
are,
mistake, bro. Like, do
Right.
you know where you made your mistake? That's what it's about, right? My father used to always ask me, you know where you fucked up? You know where you fucked up,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
no, I really don't. Well, here, I'm going to explain it to you after
Right.
I beat you. Like,
Right.
damn.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
beat my, that. I remember.
Yeah.
So my father did not allow me to get anything less than an A or a B. A B was like damn near not accepted, but A's and B's was it. I bring
Right.
home this report card. I got a C. And that man's put the line through the C and the line and changed, and I forgot to change it back.
Ooh.
I take the report card back to school. This is when report cards were written.
Yeah, I remember that.
in pencil.
I'm a part of that era.
Right. And I took the report card. It was a Catholic school, so the teacher just wrote in
Oh,
it
yeah.
right there. Right.
Yeah.
Man, I take it back to school. Forgot to change the grade. They called my dad. My dad comes into the school. He knocks on the door. Say, hey, you changing things, right? He just said it in the class. You changing things, right? I got you. See you when you get home. I'm like, what is he talking about? I forgot all about it.
Of course you
Man,
did.
I get home. He got the actual grade on a piece of paper, my grade on a piece of paper. He was like, a C? Seriously? That's what you want to do? Go see your ass in the shower. So you know where you fucked up, right? You just didn't change the grade back.
Right.
I wouldn't have known. I would have seen it probably on the next report card, but I wouldn't have known.
Right.
It's like, man, what's wrong with you? Why do you even pay attention? Know when you do something and change it back. So now
Yeah.
I pay attention to that stuff. You feel
Right.
me? If I change it, if I do anything, I got to check it back and make sure I change it right back to what it was, right? But yeah, that was crazy. Know your consequences.
Yes,
right?
man. And we gotta face them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the hardest thing about doing things, and that's what I had to go through. The hardest things about doing things and not being ready for the consequences. You gotta prepare yourself for
We
it.
do.
So whatever you're doing, I ain't condoning no negativity or nothing, that's not against the law. But whatever you're doing, even in your relationships, expect whatever comes with the act.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's part of manhood. That's part of womanhood.
Yes, it is.
Don't hide, you can't hide behind it.
People try.
Yeah, they do.
People try, but you get exposed anyway.
Bro, eventually
I see you.
do.
I see you.
For sure.
I want to thank you for stopping through. good
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. CMPRadio.net, man. This is the Cultivating Mature Positivity podcast, and we are live at City Hall for the Fatherhood Summit. It's brought to you by Family Village, helping Delaware County families thrive, Delaware County Health Department, and Maternal Outcomes Matter. Also, Health Educators is in the
we in the
building.
building. Shout
Delaware
out to
County
Doc
Community.
Mott.
Delaware County Community College is in the building. Listen, get down here, right? It's over at 8 p.m., so you still got about 2.5 hours, right, of information that they're giving out, that they're passing out. Come on, man. Let's go, man. CMPRadio.net. CMPRadio.net, man. You already know it's the station, man. Listen, I got an extremely important guest right now. Tomorrow here at City Hall, man. Choices will have their annual state. This is their first annual.
Yeah, it's their first State of the Youth.
State of the Youth. And we'll have the kids here asking questions, wondering what's happening in their community. I have Dr. Nolan Fontaine sitting to my left. And get the mic, man, and talk about what's happening with Choices, what's happening with Circle, and why you showed up here today.
Well, first off, peace. OCO, y'all. Real good, poignant questions. What's happening with Circle? What's happening with Choices? Well, tonight, Circle is having a LNG webinar with Delco Riverkeepers Network. So a couple weeks ago, I was on Facebook talking about like it's something crazy going on at Eddystone, and we finally got the receipts, y'all, and it's real. It's looking real crazy. So we are having a webinar tonight at 6 p.m. So I figured I would come here and check Dr. O and the Fatherhood Initiative out. That's the other question you had, what I'm doing here, to see what's going on. It's real important that we have places and spaces and support for fathers in the city, fathers, uncles, second round dads, pops, all of that, right? And then Choices, tomorrow, you kind of set it off for me, P, in terms of the State of the Youth address. It's a conversation with Choices that'll be powered by them and our colleagues from Four Circles. So we'll have some youth from Four Circles here, Chester Education, Boys and Girls Club. Just came from down the courts. I don't know if you've been to the courts yet in the soccer field yet at 7th Street.
No,
some of the youth down there.
No, I haven't been down there. I went down there. I saw Rand's work, what he did. But the soccer field is done.
Soccer field's done.
Come on,
Surf
man.
is down. Like it's.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that John Chris.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's definitely what's up. Well, outside of that, outside all those things that you're doing, you're down here. I have a couple questions to ask you about fatherhood. I know you're not a father, but you had a father, right? So, yeah, shoot. All right, for young fathers, how do we prepare young men for fatherhood before they become fathers?
You said, how do we prepare?
How do we prepare young men for fatherhood before they become fathers? I think you deal with a lot of that with Choices, right? With the young men in that group, right? So how do you think we do that, or we could do that?
Well, first off, I want to shout out my father because he is absolutely was always around,
right,
in his own individual way,
right.
But that's why I also shouted out the uncles,
right,
and the grandfathers too. Right, and that's something that I've been relying and asking for support for a little bit more. Is I'm only one man, and I wear about 7 to 8 hats, y'all, 6, 7 hats, y'all, and it's a lot of youth, a lot of young men in Choices that need support. So what I've been leaning on is
your community
support from you.
Yeah, absolutely. Bring them to me.
Other men in our community,
right,
and support from men in our Choices men's life,
right,
our Choices young boys' life, their uncles, even some of the boys, some of our students who are girls, some of their fathers feel free to hop in to give coaching and expertise. And their spirit influence in the world. So yeah.
I mean,
can't be.
Go ahead. Say what you gotta say. What was you saying? Can't be picky. You say you can't be picky?
No, I said we can't. I seen Katie over there.
Okay, that's what Katie do. She always coming to throw people off.
It's all about. I was going to say many hands make light work.
Right. So we're going to do a mental health and wellness question. Why is it difficult for many men to ask for help? Why is it difficult for many men to ask for help?
Oh, because one of my colleagues, you might hear me quote Phoenix Moon often. That's my colleague,
Right.
but she often says that men don't get no break from being men. Even in the midst of
Trauma, grief,
about
everything.
probably like 4 or 5 deaths in, like
Right,
yeah,
right,
like
right.
it don't stop.
It
like,
don't stop.
There is a level of empathy that I feel you know, we are not often given grace
No, we're not.
to mess up,
We're not.
and that's my opinion.
Space or grace.
Yeah, space
Right.
or grace to mess up.
Right.
So I think if we find somebody, or oftentimes I'll see things online like, "Hey, mental health check-in," and I'm
Right.
like, "Excuse my language, I'm doing this." If I type, "Hey, I'm not in a good place," what's anybody gonna do about it?
Right,
Other
right.
than myself.
Right.
Cat Williams always said, "Self-esteem is the esteem of self."
Right.
So anything, I have to get it. We have to. Your internal self has to get it together to even
you
have
to
the
get anything
willpower
else
to be
together.
like, hey,
I need help.
yeah, I need help.
Right. That's
And
a real
once you do,
situation.
I think it's up to folks like us to be like, yo, like, I got this person, they're
Right.
a cool doctor, or
Right.
they're a cool social worker, like
Right.
they not in the city, or they
Right.
might be in the city, but they're not gonna put your business out there.
Right.
You can talk to them.
Yeah, I send people to my therapist all the time. Leroy Ambrose, I tell him all the time, "You saved my life," right? Because I was going through a lot at that time, right? And when I went in there and sat down and cried on that couch, bro, because I was tripping, right? Talking about I was married and I was out there, sharing and doing dumb things. Like I had a conversation with a AIDS coalition a couple weeks ago. And I said, I'm lucky I don't have AIDS, bro. I'm lucky I don't have HIV, because the way I was sticking and moving, bro, I was a dog or something like that. But I give shout out to Leroy Ambrose, because for years I didn't want to go to therapy. I'm not going to therapy. But I finally went, bro. I sat on his couch and cried. I let everything go.
I'm glad you did.
Everything go.
I'm glad you did.
And what was left, what was sitting on his couch, he said, "You're a 15-year-old kid, bro. 15 years old. So what did you want to do when you were 15? And I'm doing it now." Right? So when you find purpose, bro, you hold on to it tight. You feel me? When you find your purpose, what was given to you, what God gave to you, the gift he gave to you. He gave me this voice. He gave me this mouth. He gave me these things that I can say. You feel me? And because I wasn't using it, I was beginning to lose it. You feel me? That's the 40-year-old version. You don't use it, you lose it, right? So find your purpose. And I tell that to every young person.
Yo, that is what my grief therapist said to me, bro. Yo, after all this, the whole world crashing around you, you gotta start from square one.
Find your purpose.
Gotta find purpose.
Find your purpose. Find your purpose, because your purpose is going to move you better than anything else could ever move you. It's going to move you better than the drugs. It's going to move you better than the alcohol. It's going to move you better than the twat. It's going to move you. And if you're a female going through it, it's going to move you better than the dick. It's going to move you better than everything. Find your purpose. Understand your purpose. Sit inside your purpose. No, and I talked about that today. It might not look like it's supposed to look right away, right? But you're forming it. You're putting it together. You ever made? I want to go to one of those clay joints where they give you a big lump of clay and you roll it around and you make the
yeah.
I want to do that, because I feel like that's what my life is, right? But it's in my hands. You feel me? That's what my purpose is, but it's in my hands. I didn't think the radio station would look like this after 9 years, right? 9 years of struggling, 9 years of paying for everything myself, 9 years of giving my services away. You feel me? It'll be 10 years next September 2nd, next year. Be 9 years this year. 10 years that I've been doing this, and I've been giving this, and I've been helping the way that I help. I can't help the way other people help. I can't do the things that other people can do. I help the way that I help. So understanding all of that, and understanding that we're here at the Fatherhood Summit in City Hall. Dr. Najee Mueed, he's in there. He's putting circles together, breakout circles. We're talking, right? Get down here if you can, man. It's 5:50. It's not over until 8 p.m., man. I'd like to thank my brother, Dr. Nolan Fontaine, Choices and Circle, for stopping through and talking to me, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you.
No
Appreciate
doubt, no
everything
doubt.
you do.
No doubt. Appreciate you, man. Be safe. And we'll be right back with another guest, man. CMPRadio.net. CMPradio.net, man. Listen, you want to come out? Come on up here. Come on up here. So, you go places and you meet new people, you feel me? And you understand that life gives you lemons. I think that might be my car. You gotta make lemonade. No, it wasn't mine. I guess it was yours. Right?
Not mine.
Not yours? Yep. Gotta make lemonade. So who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
What's up, guys? My name is Brahim Gibbs, co-owner of Amerimade Media. We are a black media company stationed here in Chester.
Come on, man.
We talk about pop culture.
Pop culture.
Yeah.
I've never ever heard of you, right? And you've never ever heard of me,
Nope.
right?
But until about an hour ago.
About an hour ago, right? So I want to tell him how important it is for us to work together, right? I don't care what you're doing. You can do your thing, right? Not saying I don't care what you're doing.
Right.
I do care what you're doing, but we got to figure out a way to work together, man, with anything that you got going on, man, because I want to support you, right? I definitely like to support my brothers, man. I get a kick out of supporting my brothers and making sure.
Same.
Right. So let's talk about fatherhood. What does fatherhood mean to you? You got any kids?
I do.
Okay.
I do. By marriage, I got 2.
Okay. All right.
It means a lot, man. It means taking on the responsibility of raising a person into a functioning adult.
Right.
It's it's a lot to I don't want to say it's a burden, but more of a charge to take on, especially stepping into another father's shoes and raising someone else's kids.
Right. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I've been blessed, lucky. My wife really lets me take the reins with her son.
Right.
Her daughter is grown and off, doing her own thing.
Right.
But even her daughter loves me and trusts me.
Right.
I stepped in, and she knows that I got her best interest at heart.
That says a lot about your character to be able to step into, because most men nowadays they don't want to step into a already made house, right? And try to build that house up. But when you fall in love with somebody, it doesn't matter if they have children or not, right? And if they have children, that's just more love. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's just more love.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's just more love that you could give to the children. So I definitely appreciate all the brothers out there that are trying to be stepfathers and trying to help children understand who they are. Hey, baby.
Yeah.
That's my daughter. I'm gonna call you back. All right.
Yeah. And my wife's son, he's one of my best friends.
Right.
I mean, we hang out all the time.
Yeah. Talk about life, man, because I didn't have that. Right. My father died when I was 12. Right. So I was out here looking for someone to lean on. Right. Someone to glean from, advice to take, right? And there were people that showed up, and there were people that did it, but it wasn't consistent enough. Right. You know what I mean? So when you're not getting consistent enough direction, you take consistent enough anything. Right. and I did, and I had to suffer for that, right? And I went through life, being frustrated till I went to therapy. I had to go to therapy. And therapy.
We were just talking about that earlier when I met you. Yeah, I've been fortunate enough that my father's in my life.
Right.
And actually, that's why I do what I do, because my father raised me.
Mm-hmm.
He taught me how to read by reading comic books.
Right.
My father is still, he's 71, 72, and
Wow.
he still collects comics.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's something that we share in common.
Right.
In common. He'll call me like, yo, I just picked this up.
Right.
I'm like, yo, I got this.
Right.
Like, I'll bring it by so you can
Right.
read it. So,
Right.
I mean, we still share that. And,
I learned how to. Same thing for me. My father was big on reading, right? Understanding.
Right.
He said, if you can't read, you can't understand anything.
Right.
So you should read. He also told me that Spanish was going to become the new international language, and he ain't lying. right? At all, right? So I should have paid attention and learned Spanish, because if I could speak Spanish, I'd be a bad motherfucker.
Be a problem.
Literally, right? Because he could speak Spanish, he could English. He walk into a Korean store and I could say, "Oh, you feel me?" Walk in there and have a conversation. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, all this stuff. I saw my father; he was a superhero to me. So we started collecting. He started me collecting comic books, like literally reading comic books. We would go. Every Saturday, he would take me to the comic book store. He would buy me like 5 or 6, comic books. And when he had passed away, like Spawn, was just starting to come out, right? This is 1992, so Spawn was just starting to hit the stores and things like that. And I remember me and my mom arguing because she didn't take me to the comic book store, right? And she was mad at me, but I kept on collecting them until I saw the people in the street. Then I ran to the street, right? So things that when you don't have a constant male role model in your life, when you don't have someone to push you and want to see great things from you, right? You can go, you go to where no one is pushing you to do anything, right? So, how do you feel being a stepfather? Do you and the father communicate at all? No.
Him and his son don't really communicate either.
Right.
He kind of went hands off with his dad.
Right. I get that, right? But you gotta make sure you're there for the son, right? And that always bothered me, right? Because I have children, with women that I'm not in a relationship with. Right. I don't have a problem with them getting in a relationship with anybody. Right. I do, however, want to meet the man that is in the house with my child. Right. You know what I mean? I do, however, want to shake that man's hand and get that man to look me in the eyes to understand that that's my child. And as long as you're in this house, this is your house. That's right. This is your house to protect. But that's my child. That's my job to protect her. So I want to make sure she understands, or he or she understands that I'm here. I'm not knocking you. You can do whatever you want to do over there. But this is my child, and I want you to know that I'm here. And if there's anything that you ever want to say to her or him, hit me up and we can say it together. You feel me? You should never be correcting my child without me there. Now I understand saying, "Oh, I'm about to call your father. Your father gonna come here. We're gonna have a conversation." I'm gonna show right up, and if I can't show up, we can do it over the phone. You know what I mean? So I'm all about the teamwork.
I think that would be dope. The man stepping into the role in that household. Right. Him and you have a relationship as well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. We can hang out. We can drink. You feel me? Like
I think that would even strengthen the
relationship for the child, bro. Yeah. The relationship. We're in this for the child. Right. That's it. I tell them all the time. I'm not in this for me. I'm in this for my kids. Right. I want to make sure my kids understand what they need to understand. That things might not always work out the way you want them to work out, but there's an opportunity to grow from it.
Yes, sir.
So you got a podcast. You're talking about all the things that's happening in the culture. You're talking about anime. You're talking about comic books. Where can we find your podcast?
We're everywhere, honestly. Anywhere the podcasts are. Right. I make sure that anywhere look up a Mermaid Junkies. Right. Or a Mermaid Junkies podcast. I think we're on Spotify as. But yeah, we're everywhere. I made sure the branding was strong.
Right.
If you look up a Mermaid or a Mermaid Junkies. Right. We'll pop right up.
It'll pop right up, man. I appreciate you. And we're going to talk, man, a little bit after this about you coming to the radio station. I don't care if it's just to show up and do whatever you're doing. You feel me? Bring your crew through just to see each other. You feel me? Like, I know you were up at Rec Philly. Yeah. You're doing your podcast up there, right? And
R.I.P. to Rec Philly.
R.I.P. to Rec Philly. There's another Clifton Heights, brother Rashid Dugan. Right,
I think I know you talk about.
Right. He has something out there where he's helping people.
New World Media.
New Millennium. New Millennium. You feel me? So he's offering a great package. You feel me? Great pricing. You feel me? And I like to find the best place to do things. See, I got my own radio station.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm going to keep on doing it. You feel me? So cmpradio.net, man. I want to thank my homie over here. Your name again?
Brahim Gibbs,
man. Make sure you check out Amerime.
Thank y'all for having me on. I appreciate you.
No problem. Amerime junkies, man. Check him out, man. He talking about everything that's happening out there.
Everything pop culture.
Everything pop culture.
Shout out
man.
to the comic book dads and the anime dads
Yes,
out there.
yes. Yu-Gi-Oh pops. I'm about
yes.
to. I want to get a Yu-Gi-Oh. If I had space to get a Yu-Gi-Oh tattoo, I would get one, but I don't. I just got this Joker joint on the side of my leg.
Y'all gotta see that. You gotta post that joint up.
That joint crazy. I ain't posting no tattoos on my leg. People look at my leg like, "What's that? What's that?" No ask, no questions.
I ain't
gotta tell no lies.
I don't have any comic or anime tattoos.
No?
I'm covered in tattoos,
Right.
but I don't have.
Why not?
I just never really picked any up. I mean, I got a huge tattoo on my back.
Right.
Nothing got to do with fatherhood, but a huge tattoo on my back of like a demon trying to break out of a door. You know what I mean? It's like something like the demon that we all have inside of us.
Yeah, that's real. I feel that. I got a huge tattoo on my back too. It's like two scenes. One is a street scene with caution tape and everything. The next scene is a house with a car out front, right? Because that's the life that I was living and moving away from when I got. It took him 7 hours. He did it. My whole back, bro.
Sheesh.
My whole back, and I was asleep.
You was asleep.
Yeah, I love pain. I love pain. I was just in there getting this joint done. He was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, you good? We almost done." I said, "All right." He said, "Yo, you ain't move." I got a joint on my stomach. He was like, "Yo, you ain't move." I got a joint on my neck. He was like, "Yo, you went to sleep, bro."
I was in pain every single tattoo.
I got a joint on the side of my head. Yeah, I went to sleep. Like everybody always say, "How you always going to sleep?" Like I can go to sleep anywhere. I got sleep apnea anyway.
Okay.
So I'm about to get my CPAP machine.
I think it's the hum of the needles.
Yeah, it calms me. But my man, he got silent. There's no noise coming from his needle. Nothing.
He's focused.
No noise coming from his needle. And I was just like, I feel it's like an irritation, but it's not like pain. I felt pain before. You know what I mean? That lasting pain. So a tattoo can't top that at all, man. But CMPRadio.net, man. I am your host, Uncle P. No doubt. Be safe. I'm your host, Uncle P. This is the Cultivating Mature Positivity podcast. And listen, man, we've been on for 2 hours. We're about to wrap up, man. Shout out to Family Village, helping Delaware County families thrive. Maternal outcomes matter. Mom, you feel me? I'm gonna try to talk to her. I want her to come through. I'm gonna try to get her to come through a Fusion Friday. Probably come through the block party Fusion Friday when we do that, man. So I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna get the networking, man. CMPRadio.net. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you subscribe to the page. Make sure you share. Make sure you like. And if you have any comments or anything that you want to see us do, any place you want to see us at, hit us up at info@cmpradio.net. You already know. It's the station. Peace.